Now, Israel's former foreign minister is calling on the Trump administration to build on progress made under President Obama when it comes to negotiating peace between Israelis and Palestinians. Now, President Trump says he has maybe the best shot, he figures, to solve the world's most intractable problem. ציפי לבני told me the U.S. needs to be more involved, and lawmakers on both sides of the conflict need the courage to negotiate. I asked her if she's more optimistic now than she was a year ago.
It depends on the day that you ask me, frankly. I'm pessimistic because I think that for many people it is less important in both sides. In politics, it's not the major issue anymore, even though I believe that this should be the major issue. And the leaders who would make the agreements are those believing and understanding that they're going to pay a political price. But the price of not having an agreement is higher to their own people than the political price that they would pay. And frankly, I'm not sure that we would find these leaders now.
Do you see any optimism, though, in terms of what's changed on the Palestinian side, especially with Hamas now finally agreeing that they will perhaps speak with one voice at the table?
Well, the question is not whether they would speak in one voice, what they would say in this voice, because there's a huge difference between the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. And the right strategy is to make a distinction between them, because Hamas represents the religious side of the conflict. There is no hope for peace with them, not only because they use terror, but because they would never accept the right of Israel to exist. The real question now, when we have this unity agreement between Hamas and Fatah, whether Hamas would take over the Palestinian Authority or the more moderates on the Palestinian Authority would take over Hamas, and the voice would be the voice of the Palestinian Authority.
So you're saying it's not clear yet, because Hamas is making it seem as if they are capitulating to Fatah in some way.
Yes, but they are not, but they are trying to avoid accepting the parameters of the international community. And I believe that this is the role of the international community of the US, of Egypt, Jordan, other states that would like to see a more positive peace process and also less extremism on the Palestinian side. And Hamas is being supported by Iran, we should say. And therefore, I believe that now everything is on the table. It's not clear where this is going, but as long as the international community would say, if you want to get legitimacy, if the new government want to get legitimacy of the Palestinians, address and accept the parameters of the international community as a government. And so there is an opportunity here, but it's too early to know.
We had 8 years of the Obama administration. We've had nearly 1 year of the Trump administration. How can they be effective? Do you have hope that they will be, and why?
Okay. At first I said, well, this is, I'm one-track mind about the peace process, and this is something that I hope that Trump would continue and do something, because I believe that this represents the interest of Israel, the region, and I hope that in this process we will have also other Arab states supporting the Palestinians in making decisions, and also creating hope for Israelis that while making peace, it's a change not only between us and the Palestinians, but it's a strategic change to the region. Secondly, and you rightly ask, because in a way the US, I don't want to say left the region, but were less involved in the region. And I believe that the role of US is very important also now in the region. Don't let each state meet these challenges alone. We can create a camp of pragmatics against all these terrorists and extremism. And I believe that the US should be involved more than the US is doing now, frankly.